now. How did it feel going from such a controlled lifestyle to where you are now?
I didn't think it was going to happen. I didn't know where I was going to be. Actually, it was like, because even after the whole situation, I went against California because they ended up giving him my address when he got out of prison.
They gave him your
Yeah,
like assigned him to your address.
he knew where I was at because some paperwork that was legal
Wow.
paperwork that they offered it to him.
But he went to jail for
Well, exactly.
attempting to murder you, and then they gave him.
So when I never was on welfare. I had my Social Security.
Okay.
So because I've always worked since I was young. So
Okay.
when they made me, they said I was going to pass away because of the damage he did in my head,
Mhm.
because of all the hits in the head, concussion. That the brain fluid was called cyst, and they
Wow.
thought the circulation from my brain into my head it was
Yeah.
going to kill me. So they gave me until I was 26.
Okay.
So they immediately put me on Social Security, and I was 24 at the time. And then so my daughters were on Medi-Cal for insurance, right? And I had my Social Security. But when you sign up for this services like that, you're supposed to sign a waiver saying if the father's going to harm you, here, sign this waiver, and we'll go ahead and not release any information to him. And he doesn't even get. You don't have to collect from him. They won't even go after him.
Okay.
So they weren't supposed to go after him. But they did. So
they
now,
went after him
yeah.
to foot the bill.
Oh yeah, but they gave him my information too. So I'm like, wait, why did you guys? I lived in a back house in Whittier that I found myself. I had to sell drugs at the time, but I was doing what I had to do. I didn't go to a shelter. I didn't go anywhere. I knew I couldn't be in a shelter because of the way I think.
Yeah.
So, and I never wanted to be in like a mental hospital because that's where they put me when it first happened. I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna get my girls. We lived in the back house. I did what I had to do. So when they told me that, oh, he's gonna get out, he knows where you live. Well, I'm like, well, that's your problem. I go, because they're like giving me petty cash and they're gonna put me in an apartment. I go, no. So then it looks like you guys did your job.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, I can't pay the rent the next month.
Exactly.
When I can do it here. And then they're, we'll put you in a hospital. And I go, no, why would I have to go in the hospital? We'll put you in a shelter. Well, no, Mimica's not going to shelter.
Mhm.
I go, I'm going to stay right here because I fought that man before. And when I die, if he comes and kills me, my blood's on your hands and my kids will be taken care of.
Yeah.
So they're like, so then they end up winning that court case and they end up having to put me some money to get me out of there so I could do it.
I've never experienced anything like that in my life or been around, really anyone that has. So I have to say I applaud you. I mean, because